What's up, everybody? How are you all doing? I hope you're having an amazing day. In today's video, I will share with you a detailed guideline on what you should be eating and drinking if you decide to do a detox or a cleanse, or if you are doing the Reset to Shred program. This is a requested video, as many people who try to do a detox or a cleanse have no idea what they should be eating, because many of these programs say you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat that. And so people are thinking, if I take away all of these things, what then could I be eating? I am here to share with you that there is plenty that you could eat when you're doing a detox or a cleanse. Reminder, if you're new to this channel and or you have never subscribed, please kindly consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any videos that I share on wellness in general. I do share weekly videos on this channel. Thank you so much for the encouragement and the support. In case you don't know what Reset to Shred is, I'm going to link it up right here, and I'll also share links in the description box and you can check it out. But just a quick summary, Reset to Shred is a 21-day self-care program via what you eat and what you drink, which is essentially how you nourish your body. The first thing I would like to talk about is meal frequency, which just means how many meals you have in a day or how many times you eat in a day. What I would recommend is 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Equally spaced, at the most 4 times, just in case you're like a nurse or you work late at night or something like that. Maybe you can have 4, but for the regular person, I will recommend 3 meals a day. Some people were asking me about doing intermittent fasting while doing like the Reset to Shred. Absolutely. If you do the 9 to 5, that is already a 16-8 intermittent fast right there. But with the Reset to Shred, you have to eat a lot of vegetables to get, to meet your fiber requirements, which just means that if you compress that window and make it too small, you might feel bloated, because where you're gonna put 5 to 10 servings of vegetables. You see what I'm saying? So what I would recommend is space your meals so that you eat within an 8-hour window or 10-hour window, and then do 3 to 4 meals. Over here, I have my veggies. Veggies are the essential part of Reset to Shred and should be essential on any detox program. Why? Because vegetables offer a lot of fiber, which you need to move things along to cleanse your system. Vegetables have high volume, which means that they can help with feelings of fullness, to keep you full so you're not hungry all the time. They give you all that volume for very little calories, because vegetables have very little calories. And in addition, vegetables are packed with phytonutrients. This is where you get a lot of your health promoting properties that come from, plants, all right? Nature's pharmacy in vegetables, right? So as you can see, I have a wide variety of colors over here. So when you're doing that Reset to Shred program, we're supposed to be having at least 1 pound of vegetables a day. That's at least 5 servings. If you can do 10, fine. 1 pound is about half a kilogram. I know it's 450 something grams, but let's just round that up to 500 grams or half a kilogram. So that's about how much vegetables you should be having. If you can do more, God bless you, not a problem. But you want a wide variety of colors. As you can see here, I have, the red from my tomatoes, the orange from my carrots. I like to snack on baby carrots. In addition, you also want to be incorporating a particular type or group of veggies known as the cruciferous vegetables, the crucifers. We're talking about things in the cabbage family. And here I have broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower. I also bought some prepared salads for ease, for convenience, and this is like a cabbage kale mix as well. So any opportunity I get to incorporate these cruciferous vegetables, I do, because they really keep you full, for one, and then two, they have compounds within them known as glucosinolates, which helps to detoxify estrogen. So they are so good. We should be incorporating a lot of them. Whatever you have available in your corner of the world, that is what you use. I am in the US, and when I go to the store, this is what I find, and so this is what I use. When it comes to fruits and the Reset to Shred program, the type of fruit that is recommended is low sugar fruits, which just means that fruits that don't have a lot of fructose in them, fruits with lower glycemic index, that will be optimal. Again, these are just guidelines. The issue with too much fruit is that if you already have a metabolism that has been compromised, aka you are already overweight, you're struggling with your weight, it means that your metabolism has been compromised, which means you can have some degree of insulin resistance. When you take in again too much fruit, it can be a problem, okay? But if you're normal weight, you know, your metabolism is doing just fine, please have any kind of fruit. It's not a problem, okay? Otherwise, the best types of fruits are always those with lower glycemic index, if you can find them around, which is like berries, your blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. But for me, I'm just gonna use blueberries. And over here, I have my starches, aka carbs, aka clean carbohydrates. Listen, if you're gonna do a cleanse or a detox, it is best to stay off refined carbohydrates. I'm talking about your baguettes, puff, meat pie, fish pie, things made out of white flour, donuts, kolaches, cakes. Stay out of those things. If you continue to incorporate those things while doing a cleanse or a detox, which means you have decided that you want to take just 21 days to really do something to push, okay, so I'll recommend you stay off of those things. However, you can have carbs. These are slow carbs. These are whole food sources of carbohydrates. Here I have plantain. I have what we call here yams, but sweet potatoes. You can use cassava, pumpkins, quinoa, beans. I have a variety of different types of canned beans just for convenience, but it can be dry beans. I have them canned because it's easy to just cook when you're hungry, and it's easy to add to salads, and sometimes I just eat them out of the can. I know I'm weird, but these are clean carbohydrates that you can definitely incorporate when you're doing Reset to Shred, of course in controlled amounts. For the vegetables, you can have as much as you want. But for the starchy carbohydrates, we want to keep what is known as the net carbohydrates, which just means that you've taken your total carbs and then you subtract fiber, because we want a lot of fiber on the Reset to Shred. And over here, I have the protein. Listen, if you struggle with excess hunger, with cravings, you really want to pay attention to how much proteins you're having in a day. And when I talk about proteins, I'm talking about clean proteins, if you can afford and if you have them available. Luckily, a lot of people that are in Cameroon already have clean proteins because the cows back there feed on grass. However, for the rest of us out here in Western country, it's not the same thing. There's all kinds of meat, all kinds of beef, and people sit and eat a lot of meat, as in barbecue parties. You know what I'm talking about. So the proteins that we recommend on the Reset to Shred: chicken, fish, or any kind of fish, but here I have salmon, eggs, all right? So those are all clean proteins. It's best to start the day with protein. Like the first meal of the day, you want to really incorporate at least 25 to 30 grams of proteins. Why? To keep cravings down. It satiates you. It keeps you feeling, satisfied for a longer period of time when you start your day with protein. That does not mean that you don't have protein throughout the day, because we're looking for about 75 grams of proteins in a day. So if you have 25 in the morning or as your first meal, it means that you can have some for lunch and you can have some for dinner as well. So spread it out through the day up to about 75 grams or so of proteins, of clean proteins. Smoked fish, mackerel, salmon, chicken, turkey, eggs, pasture-raised, grass-fed beef. Those are all good sources of proteins. What you drink within the Reset to Shred program is also very important. And here I have my drinks. I know you're thinking, celery, huh? Yes, I have celery because I use it to make celery juice. Okay, I use it to make celery juice, and that's a drink. And then you're gonna be drinking a lot of water when you're doing a detox. Hydration is very important. All right, so I'll say at least 2 liters of water, and I like to buy the water that I drink for Reset to Shred, just so that when I grab this, I know that I have to finish it at the end of the day. You don't have to buy the water. You can just use water from your fridge or filtered water. It doesn't matter. So I have that. And then sometimes I will buy this carbonated water. Carbonated water, I have Perrier here. But if you're in Cameroon, soda water, that will be carbonated water. I use it for recreational drinking because on the Reset to Shred, I have to get off alcohol. And so when people are just sitting and sipping on something in the evening, I can just grab one of this and look very fancy. And then here I have apple cider vinegar. I like to make a warm drink with it. So I will take the apple cider vinegar and mix it with some turmeric. This is turmeric juice that I made by myself. I mix it with turmeric and add a little warm water, and I start my day with that. I have lemon here, freshly squeezed lemon as well, to have in the morning. And then green tea and some other kind of tea, stress support tea, just some other kind of tea. Because on the Reset to Shred, we do have to get off caffeine. And being a huge caffeine addict or coffee addict, I struggle with that. So let's just say these are the drinks that you have. Here's the thing to remember about fats and oils. They have more calories per gram compared to your proteins and compared to your starches. Actually, twice as much calories per gram. For 1 gram of any carbohydrates, you get 4 calories. 1 gram of proteins, you get 4 calories. However, for 1 gram of oil or fat or avocado or almonds or almond flour, etc., you get 9 calories. So it's more than twice as much. I look at someone's plate and I see a bunch of avocados and I just shake my head like, it's really a lot of calories. You don't need that many avocados. Yes, avocados is good for you, but you don't need that much because it has a lot of calories. You always have to keep into account total calories if you're trying to shred. Anyway, for the Reset to Shred, you can have fat, good healthy fat. And yes, palm oil is a good source of fat, better than some of those vegetable oils. This is good source of fat. And then olive oil, and then olive oil, avocado oil. The avocado oil has a higher smoke point, so you can use it to cook with. Olive oil does not have a high smoke point. So when you heat up your olive oil and make it too hot, you lose some of the health promoting properties in olive oil. So your salad dressings will all be sources of fat in your diet. Your nuts like almonds, peanuts, walnuts, things like egusi, all sources of fat. Here I have roasted pepitas, which is just roasted pumpkin seeds. And of course, this is a source of fat. This is a source of fat. 1 gram, 9 calories. Keep that in mind. Dairy is milk, butter, yogurt, things like cheese, things along those lines. On the reset to shred, we are going to do growth hormone reset, and we do that by taking off dairy. So substitutes for dairy, I mean, I personally don't do a lot of dairy, and so do many Africans, so this is not something a lot of us struggle with. But once we move out here in the diaspora, we start to incorporate some, white man things, and we end up with dairy. But you can substitute your regular cow's milk with something like almond milk, which you can buy from the store, or you can make it yourself. You can make soy milk by yourself. Buy the soybeans, non-GMO, and make your own soy milk. Tiger nut milk. Those are all substitutes for dairy. That's all I had for you today. I hope you found this video useful. Please do not leave without giving me a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Also, help me share this video and invite someone to subscribe to this channel. Let's continue to love and care for that one and only you, because this is the only body, the one and only body you will ever live in. So take amazing care of it. Self-care is non-negotiable. Bye, and see you in my next video.